Hi guys, and welcome back to Kuiya'S Kloset. And today I thought I would do something a little bit different, something completely away from fashion and beauty, and make a video that could possibly help someone out. And I want to talk about the different ways in which you can make yourself happy, because let's face it, we all go through problems and issues, and sometimes some people are affected by these issues a lot more than others, and it can dampen your mood and you can find yourself down in the dumps for lengthy periods. And I have been there. I've had my days, I've had my moments in life when you're just really upset, or you just kind of overthink a situation and it just gets overbearing for you. And so I'm going to share some of the tips that I have that you can use to try and get yourself to that happy place that you need to be in order to kind of just deal with life and go on in life. And I'm going to share a few tips that I've kind of gathered, or haven't gone through some issues my own self. So let's get started. So first up, one of the things that I think you can do to cheer yourself up if you're down is, I know it's quite obvious, is to put on some really good pumping music. And I feel the worst thing you can do when you're upset is to just play those slow down songs that will not do anything to affect your mood. Whereas if you put on something really lively and energetic and just get into it, it can really make a difference. You will be able to turn around if you start feeling the music and the beat and get into the rhythm of things. Whenever I'm down, sometimes I'll just put on a bit of Beyonce, especially Beyonce's 7-Eleven song, and I will dance about in my room by myself. And thank God no one will ever get to see that. No one will ever get to see that, because Lord knows, like the stupid crazy things I do, you don't want to see. And literally I act like I'm Beyonce and I'm on the stage dancing about, doing my own things. Honestly, once I started doing that, it helps me regain some energy from somewhere, and it helps create that positive attitude and helps lift my spirit. All of a sudden I'm not too upset. I'm not saying by dancing about all your problems and issues are going to go away, but it will help uplift you a little bit. It's a really good way to try and drag yourself out of being in the dumps and just letting that issue linger on for so long. Another thing you can do is to get lost in a book, a really good book, any book really. And I feel like sometimes you sit there and you just dwell on an issue for a very long time, and it's good to just kind of take your mind away from that. And a good way is to get lost in a good book and just read away and just let the words on the pages take your mind away, and you can just kind of get lost in it really. If you're not a reader, then that's fine. Watch a funny clip, whether it's a funny short video, funny film, comedy sketches, anything that will get you laughing, because laughing is just so infectious. And once you start laughing, it really can help get you into that happy place. It can help you appreciate things in life. No matter how down you may be, just try it, have a go, and you will see the positive effects that it will have on you and your mood and your attitude. Just give it a go. Don't shut it down, just give it a go and see what happens first. One thing I also believe is that the mind is a really powerful tool. Feed your mind with positive quotes and messages, motivational speeches and statements. They all help. Sometimes when I'm on Instagram and I see a really good quote and I feel like, oh, this is really good, I may need to refer back to this someday. I just literally take a screenshot of it and I save it. If you go through my phone, I have a gazillion screenshots of quotes that are useful for me, because trust me, I have my moments where I'm down and I feel like I need that extra push and kick to get me into that space that I need to be in order to do what I need to do. And having a collection of motivational quotes and statements is a really good thing to flick through, and it helps remind you of what it is you need to do, because at the end of the day we all go through difficult times and difficult periods. So having positive quotes and messages is a really good thing you can do. You can either screenshot them on your phone, make a collage and just write them down in your notebook, then you can flick through the pages of your notebook whenever you want to, or you can create a board and literally just write on small pieces of paper the different quotes, pin it onto your board and hang your board on your walls in your bedroom, let's say. So when when you wake up or you're out and about, you can see it and read it and reminds you why you need to keep going on and doing what it is that you need to do, and why you need to keep pushing through, because in the end it will be worth it. And we all go through struggles. I've been through a few of my own, so don't give up and just keep pushing through and just continually feed your mind with positive things, and you will see it translate into your life and through your actions, because the mind is a positive thing. So if you feed it positivity, it will translate into your lifestyle. Another thing you can also do is focus on a hobby or an interest that you have. So whether it's a case of you love painting, you love to write songs, you love to write short poems and stories, whatever it is, whether it's partaking in a sports activity, just whatever it is, focus on that hobby. Give it some energy and more of your time, and just try and develop and craft that skill and be better at that. Because sometimes when you're down and upset, just having a focus away from the issues that you have going on can help take your mind away from it, and you can find yourself in a happy place because you're doing what you love and you're enjoying it and you have that passion for it, and it will show through. And the more time you spend focusing and developing your craft that you're passionate about, the more likely you are to progress and achieving really good results that you want to see, and could possibly help to make you happy because you're doing something you love and you're making progress in it. Focus on whatever hobby you have and try and develop and mold and craft that skill so you can be better at it, and shift that attention that you spend dwelling on an issue that's troubling you and focus on something more positive that's going to have a more positive effect on your life. If you happen to be religious like myself, then one of the key things you can do is to pray. And not only just pray, but have that belief that what you're praying for you will get and you will receive. Have that belief. It will happen in God's own time. Not your time, but God's own time. So just pray and believe that you shall receive it and it will come to you. If you're not religious, then another thing you can do is to try and visualize all the good things that you want in your life, all the good things you want to achieve in your life, the happy place that you want to be. And one book that I've read that's really good and I would recommend is The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, I think it is. It's a really good book to help change your way of thinking and your outlook on life and how you see things and how you think about situations. One of the important things is your mind, again. And positive thinking is a good thing. Visualizing what you want in life and believing you're going to receive that, and you will receive that. Don't doubt, don't question, just believe that what you want you will get, and just continue to feed that positivity into your life. So just visualizing the good things you want in life is enough, and believing you're going to get it and you will get it in time. Obviously you have to work towards these things, because you can't just sit there and expect good things to miraculously like land on your feet or rain down on you. That's not how it works in life. I'm just saying, if you want something, visualize it and work towards it, because we all have goals and aspirations in life, whatever it is that it may be. So just try and work towards it and have that positive thinking that you're going to get it, and it will happen for you in time. Another thing you can do is to write down whatever issues and things that are troubling you and boggling you down. This is something I've tried before. I literally just write down everything that's upsetting me and going on in my mind that I'm overthinking and over-analyzing. And I find that by doing that, I almost kind of find it like to be a therapeutic way of releasing that weight of trouble and issues off me. And once you do that, you feel a slight sense of relief, and you just feel a little bit better. And it's just one way to help you deal with whatever it is that you are going through. Just give it a go and see what happens. Don't shut down the ideas, just give it a go is what I would say. Another thing you can do, which is quite so obvious, is to speak to other people. So whether it be your friends or your family, about whatever it is that you're going through. Don't try and deal with that situation all by yourself, because sometimes when you speak to someone else, they can change your perspective on what the issue is, and it can help you, see it from a different point of view and realize maybe whatever it is you're going through, it's not as bad as you may think, and it's not the worst thing in the world. So definitely utilize the relationships you have around you. Speak to people. Two minds are better than one, and they can help you try and resolve or come to a better way of dealing with whatever it is you're going through. Honestly, give it a go. Do not try and deal with things by yourself, because you shouldn't have to. We're all superhumans in our own right, but you shouldn't feel like you can't talk to anyone, or you shouldn't feel like, oh, this is a small issue, I should be able to deal with it by myself. Share that load and watch it get lighter. That's a bit cheesy, wasn't it? But definitely do share that load with other people and just watch the effect it will have. It makes a difference when you speak to people, it really does. One thing I will say is that when you're upset and down, I feel like one of the worst things you can do is to spend a ton of time by yourself, because in doing so, you just end up analyzing and digging the issue and tearing it apart and overthinking and making that issue a lot bigger in your mind than it actually is. Just get out of the house, go for walks, go for a jog, go for a little run, partake in some kind of physical activity that will just get you in the outdoors and in the open air. Take yourself out on dates, explore whatever city it is that you live in, like soak in your surroundings, literally soak in your surroundings, because there's so many beautiful parts in every city, and I can guarantee you have not explored every single aspect of whatever city it is you live in. I myself have not. I feel like I need to explore London a lot more. I need to venture out because I know there's so many hidden gems out there. It was part of my New Year's resolution actually. So that's something I'm trying to do more of. And you don't always need to go with another person. Try and do these trips by yourself. And I find that when you're by yourself, you tend to focus and take in your surroundings a lot more than when you're with someone else and you're obviously chatting away and enjoying their company. When you go out and venture alone, you definitely appreciate wherever views you're in a lot more, and you also tend to end up discovering new places because you might accidentally take a left or a right and end up in this beautiful spot and beautiful location that could then end up being that hangout spot for you, that place that you go to that makes you happy. You just never know what's out there. So take yourself out there and explore. Don't sit at home and dwell on that issue. Don't lie in bed and just sleep away and hope that when you wake up your troubles would have gone away. Just try and tackle whether it's headstrong and just face the world out there. By sometimes going out there and just giving yourself, just being in the outdoors is enough to, you know, help lift that mood you're in and help you see things in a different way and help you appreciate what's out there in this life, because there's so many good things out there in this life. There's so many things you can be grateful for and should be grateful for. You may not have everything you want in this life. You know what? You may not be wherever it is you want to be in your life, but you should. I'm sure there's a lot that you can be grateful for. So be grateful for what you do have and don't focus so much on the negativity or the issues that are troubling you. Just don't do that. Focus on the good. And I think sometimes by doing that, you can probably then change your perspective and think, you know what, maybe this issue isn't so bad after all. Maybe that trouble isn't such a big deal. Just give it a go and see the effects that it will have on you as a person and how maybe you tackle or look at a situation that you're dealing with as well. So that's it, guys. These are the tips that I have put together that I feel can help anyone out there who is going through a difficult period in time. They are not scientifically proven, but I can guarantee that one or two of them will work for you. Not every tip is for everyone, but I hope there are one or two things you can take from it that you can apply to your life that will help you tackle whatever issue it is you're going through, that will help you change your perspective for the better, or that will help you deal with whatever issue you're going through in a positive light, in a positive way. If you also have any tips that you want to share with other people, feel free to leave them below. Feel free to tell me what it is that you do to get yourself into that happy place whenever you're down in the dumps, in case I haven't covered it and I could also take something from it too, because let's face it, like I said, we all go through difficult periods in time, and so I'm opening to taking other people's advice. So do feel free to share and let me know what you think as well. Is there any particular tip that you like that you could see yourself applying to your life or to a situation that you may have at the moment? So yeah, that's it. As always, make sure you comment, like and subscribe. Do share with people if you enjoyed it. Spread the good word. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.